imagine you're just
digging
it out of the shit a little bit.
I have been so busy that I haven't even had a chance to really think about how I feel. You know what I mean? I think in general, I like it because I feel like I'm bringing some like sense back to the, investigations.
That's good.
Yeah.
New challenge as well.
New challenge. Well, it's a big challenge. People are thirsty, man. People are waking up. Applications are coming in without me kind of even bringing it up.
That's good.
So now the big thing is
you got to be a cop before, I'm guessing.
Ideally right now, because the thing is like I'm kind of dealing with a handful of things. I think there's like 15 marshals, some of which I would say are I don't know what their commitment level is. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So that's one thing that
how much time you can spend actually teaching them stuff if they're not really
exactly. So that's going to be kind of the tough one because I don't know why. So like I have no context, right? There's about like 5 people, for example, that were hired. I haven't seen them all week. Now it could be that it's just that time of year. Could be a number of things, but generally speaking, you get hired, you're gonna want to be somewhat around
at least.
So there may be some tough talks surrounding that, but
you heard from Gunner?
No, the man disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Doesn't shock me a little bit.
So
which is a shame, but hey ho. How did the zombies go last night anyway?
I don't know too much about it. I showed up in the last like 10-15 minutes. Most of what I saw was individuals kind of dressed up as
zombies.
Exactly.
And a zombie.
That was probably the most difficult bit about it because it puts everyone in a bit of a predicament. Believe it or not, like Jordan, Ackridge, she might be annoying, but I don't know if she should have been charged last night.
I don't know much context around it, so
there was a law enforcement officer apparently dressed as a zombie crawling around and went towards her, and she shot him.
Wow.
And so they charged her, but I'm kind of like,
well, the problem is stand your ground is like more stand your duty to repeat.
Well,
so, like,
I mean,
you can't even argue that.
I don't like the idea that if someone is genuinely fearful for their life and they use their firearm and then you do give them a gotcha, that's kind of...
Yeah, I mean, like, the problem is stand your ground's like really flawed. It's more duty to retreat. I know the DOJ are working on it, but...
Well, I mean, if you think it's like a extraterrestrial superpowered thing, right?
Yeah, that point
and you're witnessing somebody flying into the air, leaning on, but you should have read the state announcement that it's only one person. I don't think is a fair, like, I'm never a fan of, I don't know this. Listen, I have a lot of things to say about Jordan, but that didn't sound right.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, get a lawyer repeal it, right?
Yeah, that might come across as a bit embarrassing. Well, I mean, that's what makes it even more concerning, right? Now you, for me, it kind of spoils the punch, right? Because imagine you now have to go and explain in a court of law that there was supernatural activities.
And
it's more like, how do I put this? That's why I don't think law enforcement should have pushed it, because it places a unnecessary burden on the rest that are involved. Like shit like that happens, right?
Yeah.
But in those circumstances, we have to be very particular how we go about
it is what it is.
Handling
just enjoy
it
yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and kill a fucking zombie, man.
Yep, exactly.
One of them.
So these cybercrime stuff, what's going on with that?
I think Rizal was. I saw Rizal push something up for cybercrime push. Let me have a look at it real quick. I remember seeing.
Yep.
Yeah, there is a cybercrime charge. Rizal pushed it up.
Oh, I don't see it in the penal code though.
Oh, let me have a look.
Yeah, that's what got me really confused.
Unauthorized access to computer systems.
I ran over someone in an APC and dipped. Oh my god!
Fraud. Knowingly gains entry into a computer network or digital system without
that shit was so funny. He was like jumping on the thing, and I fucking one-tapped his ass with the thing.
And there is also obstruction of government or public computer systems, knowingly disrupts, including denial of service and other attacks, disables or interferes with computer systems, communications, or databases operated by a public or government service agency.
You see it in the penal code?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I looked at it yesterday. What's the name of the charge?
So there is obstruction of government or public computer system.
Okay.
And then there's unauthorized access to computer systems.
Unauthorized access to computer systems. Ooh, yeah. Okay. That is beautiful. Okay. Billy, what's your plan here with Junior? Like, you're a defense attorney. However, you know, you're also on his cabinet. Are you planning to continue doing that, or like
at the moment, yeah, I think so. I think that's my kind of plan. I mean, nothing really's presented itself otherwise. I mean, I had a very brief conversation with Pred about potentially doing like state prosecution, but then I realized like every gang will then hate me who I've like worked on good relations with.
Yeah, I would not recommend you being a prosecutor in general. I think that's a very dangerous route to play.
Yeah.
I think law enforcement needs to know how to build its own cases.
Yeah, I agree.
There's too much of a... No, don't get me wrong. I think prosecutors, to a degree, can bring value.
Yeah. You did say you'd make me very rich if I did it. But it wasn't enough of an incentive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. What's money when you lose everything else?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, I've got a nice car, but I'm now, as a gang, we're cool.
Exactly.
That's what the ballers called me. I mentioned super briefly to one of the ballers, like super briefly. They completely took it out of context. They were like, "Oh, so I heard you're an op now." I was like, "What are you on about?" I had like such a brief conversation. I was like, "Okay, cool. This is the alarm bell to absolutely not do this."
You know what the best way to put it is? I think that, anytime I hear that we need prosecutors, it's effectively admitting self-defeat over an entire department, right?
Yeah, I think like there's some really competent people who can prosecute in the LSPD and PCS, so really competent people who can share that knowledge and teach. Well, it's finding the cops who like want to do that.
I mean, I think there's another missing aspect too, because specifically, and I've tried to like highlight this with the recent stuff with like this. Have you seen all the seizure stuff?
Yeah, all of the criminal asset forfeiture stuff that keeps going up.
The amount of like negative energy I've like immediately. The pitchforks were out against the DOJ, and I
found
the cops,
that. I'm guessing.
I'm sorry.
From the cops, I'm guessing the pitchforks were up, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And it was just very like overall strange because the reason why it was strange is because like. The ruling by the judge was like so careful.
Was this the Gates one? The Vaca, right? I think it was.
Yes, it was the one that I think it was called. It was like John something. But I sat there and I like tried to explain out, like, guys, you can't blame the DOJ because you're failing to enforce every law enforcement officer to do their basic role, when the vast majority of said individuals are quite simply skipping all the steps, right? Like not documenting things properly, etc., etc. You know, you're of course you're going to fail, right? How are you going to go to court when like you've got all your evidence and shit? How are you going to, like, when you ask yourself, well, why did I lose this case? It's because you have officers that are not trained to understand why they're pressing the charges to begin with, which means that they themselves don't know. I mean, think about that, right? Like, that's a prosecutor isn't going to fix it unless that prosecutor is like aiming to just, manufacture.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing is like it's the whole thing of the reports, right? Unless you need to be targeting that person's vehicle in reports, right? It's how that vehicle was actually used, not just, oh, this vehicle was involved. But that isn't anything of substance to anything. I think more what criminal asset forfeiture needs to be derived around is the fact that people need to be looking at, okay, so this guy's done this. He has bought this car, which is worth this much. We value these robberies at this much. I don't know. So that's the way you could articulate it, as such as that we suspect this. You subpoena the bank records of how that money came into his account, all this stuff. That's how criminal asset forfeiture should really like look and work. Whereas I think people are resorting back to, well, 3 strikes and you're out, as VAF was essentially.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's the VAF mentality a little bit of, oh, this car's been involved in 3 incidents. I should get that car now. Yeah, rolling back on what we said before, I think continue defense lawyering and Junior's cabinet. I'll probably do a Los Santos cabinet as well. I'll probably do both just because they need legislators, and I'm unsure on the quality of people that are going to come through Los Santos mayors, just because I'm not sure how legislative minded they are. I've already offered Quantum my help.
Hell yeah. Well, is there anything we can do for you?
I'm pretty good on my front. I think it's just more whoever comes through Los Santos mayor's cabinet wise, just I'm not sure where they're at compared to, like, I don't know, Nino was very legislative minded, Zell's very legislative minded, and it's just, I don't know how good Remedy Creed would be or Quantum, stuff like that.
I may want to lean on you for some legislative stuff. I think there's a lot of areas that probably need a little bit of like fixer-upping.
Yeah.
And I think having, like, I've got blunt, but, I want things, there's probably other things that one person isn't enough sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it always is the case.
So, all right. Well, hey,
I think there was another guy who was doing some of it for, I think Hubert Galloway was doing a little bit of legislative stuff for Rizal as well.
Yeah.
I just haven't really seen much of his stuff.
Easy.
I'm always happy to help you out.
Okay. Hey, I appreciate it.
Come on, Michael.
All right.
All right, brother. I will catch you later. Be safe out there.
You too. You take care.
You too.
Let's go and grab our vehicle. And then let's go see where things are. I think I'm going to do like, I think I'm going to do what I did the other day. It was